again, we have been told to find someone we can be completely ourselves around, someone we can share our deepest secrets with, and who will accept us for who we truly are, someone who will not judge us, someone who we can be completely vulnerable around. But is that really the way to go? Is this the wisest option? Is this the safest option? Could there be an option with lesser risks that we can adopt? Let's talk about this today, shall we? Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Random Learning with Hapsi. It's been a very, very long time, I know, since my last podcast, but then again, I'm here today, so let's dig in. I'm here today with something to share. Today, we are talking about something totally different. We are delving deep into a little bit of relationship talks. I know I don't really do that a lot, but then something just crossed my mind today and I thought I should talk about it. So we have heard and read talks about the importance of being our true self and finding someone who we can be comfortable being around in that state, and who also accepts us as we are. And the whole blah 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 blah, you get the story, right? All that story about finding someone you can be your truest self around, someone who will not judge you, someone you can be completely naked around, someone who you can basically share all your secrets, all the skeletons in your cupboard with, and who will not judge you, right? Now, what I was just thinking to myself, what if there is a better way? What if there is a wiser way? What if there is a better way to go about it than risking being vulnerable? Well, I know that there is nothing wrong with being vulnerable, most especially when you're being around the right person. Then there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. But what if? Emphasis on the what if. What if we should instead find someone who is comfortable being their true self around us, someone who is the best version of themselves around us, someone who feels comfortable around us, someone who is whole, true, loyal, comfortable, vulnerable around us. Now, some people might think this is a selfish option, because you're not putting anything on the line, you are just receiving. But then, do you know the level of trust and risk that comes with receiving? For somebody, someone you do not know, to just feel safe around you, to trust you with their weakness, to trust you with them, with being their true self, to trust that they can be themselves around you and that you will not judge them. You will accept them for who they truly are. I personally feel this is the best way to go, because I feel for somebody to be able to find me as a safe place, for someone to be able to just be playing out naked and completely vulnerable around me, to trust me with their biggest and deepest secrets. Now, I know for sure this is someone I can hold. This person has found peace with me. This person has found freedom. This person has found a whole lot of positivity around me. And here I am now. I have been given these big tasks to not fall this person's hand, So I know for sure that if this person is able to be all of this around me, all that I have to be is to just forget whatever is going on in my head, and I should know that, okay, this person has trusted me. So there's little, very, very little or no even risk at all if I also just delve in with this person, because this person has already come to show you that here I am, But then with the other option of you being the one going out searching for somebody who will find you and accept you, you happen to meet a lot of rejections along that line. a lot of rejections, a lot of heartbreaks with that particular pattern. The pattern of being vulnerable today and then being rejected tomorrow, and then next tomorrow you're trying to be vulnerable to another option, and then you get rejected. And it's a whole pattern of rejection and pain. I feel that's more risky. A part of ourselves, we lose a part of ourselves every time we get rejected. But one good thing about the human body and the human mind is growth. Okay, no matter how, I was telling someone recently that our heart is not made of stone. Our heart is not made of glass, sorry. Yes, there's a term, heartbreak, but it's not literal. Our hearts don't get broken like when you drop glass on the floor and it shatters, Our hearts, if we are to use something breakable, a breakable object, if we are to use a breakable object to describe our hearts, I think the best thing to use in describing our hearts would be ceramic. All those good, amazing china, when you shatter or break those china, they don't shatter completely. They just have a crack or two, and you can always re-amend. Some people even use super glue to mend. Well, I think that's the best way to describe our hearts. But then even at that's not doing total justice to our hearts, because I believe our hearts are not made up of something that is breakable. Our hearts are made up of flesh and blood and soul and so much spirituality that God has made it to be able to heal and to grow and to move on. Pain only lasts for as long as you let it be. Believe me, I have experienced the deepest and oh my God, I have experienced the worst of pain, and I can assure you that pain only lasts in our heart for as long as we let it there. Once we accept that, okay, I've had enough of this pain, now it's time for healing. That's it. We have moved out of that house of pain and we are developing something beautiful, So basically, what am I trying to say? Because a lot of people deal with pain and heartbreak differently. And I was just thinking of a wiser and safer option for really girls nowadays, because, some guys too, anyone actually who might be going through heartbreak or pain, I just feel, what is the safest option? Because let us be true to ourselves. A lot of people are looking for partners out there, and it's really risky because there are so many people out there who are just there to suck your energy, to take advantage of whatever you've got to offer and bounce. So how do you prepare to put yourself out there when you're going out to date, when you're looking for a life partner? What are the measures? What tips can you use to make sure that you do not get so hot in the process of looking for a partner? And this is something that just crossed my mind and I thought I could share. So what am I trying to say here? Instead of looking for somebody you can be completely true, you can be completely vulnerable around, somebody who will accept you for who you are, please don't misunderstand me. It is good. It is 100% good to find somebody who will accept us for who we truly are. But if you are just looking, you're not sure of the other party yet, calm down on showing who you truly are. Calm down on being vulnerable until you are sure this person is in for it. Now, how can you be sure this person is all out there? Someone who finds you home, someone who finds you as their everything to be vulnerable around. That kind of a person is someone you can also decide to, okay, this person has shared their deepest secrets with me. This person finds me to be blah 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 blah. Okay, this person is telling me all of this. This person is breaking down around me. This person finds my conversations very, very interesting. This person feels safe to tell me everything. Let me try to be vulnerable around this person, since this person has trusted me enough to be vulnerable around me, So let me know, let me understand if you get this message, if you understand me properly. If I am wrong, let me understand your point of view about this, yeah? Should we be vulnerable first, or should we look out for someone who is vulnerable around us first before we give in to being vulnerable? Is this a selfish narrative? What do you think? Please, let's discuss. So it's bye for now. I will definitely appreciate every comment about this talk. Yeah, and probably if I have a few spare time, I might invite somebody so we can maybe dissect the comments. I would gather all the comments I get from this podcast, and then I'll maybe record another podcast where another party and myself would talk about all the comments and would dissect it and understand it proper. So until then, it's bye for now, and I love everybody. Peace.